Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra and this is your favorite show, Daily Calls, that answers all your stock specific questions on the show. Over the next 45 minutes, top 2 market experts will be joining in to resolve all the questions that you have about your stocks in your investment portfolio. Now, in case you're here for the first time, the WhatsApp number is flashing on your screens. That's where you send me all the questions that you have about maybe the stocks that are on your watch list afresh, those that you are feeling stuck in. Ask everything that you need to know, and you need a well-informed, a stock expert's answer, on those as well. Now, in case you are also logging in and joining our show via YouTube, go on to Business Today Live and go to the Daily Calls Live section. Use the comment section there and send me your questions. I'll be happy to address that for all of you as well. Let me first quickly look at how the markets are trading at halftime. At this point in time, you do see that the markets, especially the IT index, that's doing very well in trade. It's picking up pace. You can see a 1.7% of a move on the higher side. Even the banks are actually doing well. Private banks, financial services, they're doing very well. Mid and small caps are into the green. Autos are also higher. But what has slipped lower? Well, metals has slipped. You can see FMCG, consumer durables, pharma, realty. These are the pockets that have actually slipped in trade, at least for now. When we look at the key movers when it comes to the Nifty 50 per se, right now the Nifty is hovering around 24,997, 999 odd mark. So 25,000 and thereabouts on the flat line, on about 100 points higher is what we do see around that 25,000 mark. But what's doing very well is the healthcare related stocks. We marked out the news flow for all of you to see the changes in the CGHS that's leading to a lot of buoyancy in the healthcare related names. So Max Healthcare, Shriram Finance, Bajaj Finance, Apollo Hospitals, these are the names that are actually doing well in trade as of now. But let's welcome our guest on board. We are joined by Nilesh Jain shortly, our Head and Vice President of Technicals and Derivatives Research. He's joining in from Centrum Broking. Warm welcome to you, Nilesh. Good to have you with us. Once again, we are knocking the doors at 25,000 odd levels on the Nifty, 105 points higher in trade. How are you looking at the markets from here on? The Navratri and the Dussehra festivities are behind, but everybody is setting their eyes out on now Dhanteras and Diwali over the next 15 days. But also, more importantly, earnings that will be the flavor of the season, or at least over the next 15 days or so, starting this Thursday. That will be definitely in focus. How are you looking at the markets amidst all of this action?
Very good afternoon. Absolutely. So I think what a great start for the October series. I would say for the third consecutive sessions, we have seen a good, I would say, a strong momentum in the market where the Bank Nifty is leading from the front. But that's quite something that is giving more confidence. We have seen an outperformance, relative outperformance compared to the Nifty index in the Bank Nifty. So overall, structure-wise, if you look at the levels on the upside, the FI long-short ratio is trading at historical lowest level. The markets are slightly in the oversold territory. The rollover data that we have seen, a lot of short builder position have been rollover in the October series. So given this kind of data point, the market is definitely poised for a short covering rally. And Nifty just now looks like it is crossing about 25,000. The immediate hurdles have already been crossed. I would say 25,000 is the only level that we need to watch out for, specifically from a today's closing perspective. And on the upside, the target that we are expecting for the Nifty could be somewhere around 25,400 to 25,600 as far as October series is concerned. 24,700 will now be the next important support, and 25,200 and 25,500. These are the two levels we are expecting in the October series in the Nifty. Compared to Bank Nifty, now Bank Nifty is looking more positive. It is making an attempt to cross 56,000 mark. 57,500 is the target that we are expecting in the Bank Nifty spot level, and 55,000 will be the next important support. So both Nifty and Bank Nifty are looking strong on the chart, and in the October series, we are expecting Bank Nifty to outperform the Nifty index.
Okay, fair point. I hope this has definitely set an outlook for the markets for all our viewers. I hope you've got some sense there. But let's welcome all our viewers who are joining in with all the questions. Now on our YouTube, we have Aarti, Anuj joining in, Sandeep also joining in, Maurya, Ankur. Welcome to everybody. We have Raghu, Govind, Sheetal also joining in early. Thanks for all your questions, early questions that are coming in. Welcome to all of you. We'll start off by taking some questions now. The first question for you, Nilesh, is on Engineers India. This is from Aarti Jain. Says, I have 1,000 shares at 201. What could be the target for the next 1 month? So a short-term outlook there on Engineers India. Bought at 201. What would you say?
Looks like more sort of a consolidation in Engineers India, but good part is that it has a very good support at 188 to 190 zone. Now, looking at the overall setup, there could be possibility of a short-term rebound from the lower levels, and we may see a move towards 205 to 210. But I'm not expecting any major V-shaped kind of recovery in this particular stock. A gradual up move is something that can be seen from a short-term perspective. A break above 205 will provide a follow-up move towards 210 to 215. But for the long position, I would suggest to keep a stick stop loss at 192. That should be the stop loss for the long position. And for the time being, one can stay put in the long position in this particular stock.
Okay, got that. Let's look at the next few questions also coming in then. We have this question from Anuj Singh. He wants to know, he says, good afternoon to everybody. Good afternoon to you as well, Anuj. He wants to know about Nykaa. He has bought this share at 205. About 500 shares is what he has. 1 year target is what he seeks from you from the current levels as well. Nilesh, we've been seeing how Nykaa in the past has actually been an extremely volatile stock, one that has really seen a lot of negative news flow, and that has impacted the sentiments quite largely. But over the last couple of quarters, we have been seeing sentiments improve, both in the earnings as well as how situation is turning positive. Today also the stock is up by 5%. Your sense?
Absolutely, Sakshi. So if you just pull up last 3 year chart, you can clearly see the stock has broken the highs of last 3 year long consolidation. And on the weekly time frame chart, if you see, it has formed a big rounding bottom kind of a pattern. We have seen a gradual up move recently. So overall, the structure is turning positive, and we are expecting a move towards 300 levels. That although that will take some more time, but the structure is looking positive at current level. One can go long, keeping a stop loss below 230 on the upside. Immediate target could be somewhere around 275. That can be seen in next 1.5 month time frame. But positionally from 3 year plus kind of time frame, I think 300 plus kind of levels one can expect in Nykaa. So structure wise looks strong on the chart.
Okay, let's look at some of the other key questions that are coming in. We have this question coming in from our WhatsApp also. A lot of people are sending. Monish from Kanpur in UP writes in and says, can you please guide me for the stock I'm holding? BPCL is what I want to know at. I want to know, I bought this at 339 levels and I can actually hold it till March of 2026. So what should be my trajectory going forward? Well, large part of this year, the oil and gas stocks have also been in flavor. Bought at 339, which is the current level, I think, for BPCL. Any suggestion till the end of the fiscal year? So largely for H2 of FY26, he wants to know how will the stock pan out?
Sakshi, if you see the structure of BPCL, before that you need to see the structure of Brent crude as well. So crude oil has been in a declining trend. It has broke important support of $66. Currently it is somewhere around $64. So the trend on the Brent crude looks weak. That will be a supportive for the OMC space, aviation, and also somewhat paint stocks will be in beneficiary list. But as far as BPCL is concerned, from a positional perspective, the structure appears to be on a positive side. Although the immediate trend looks more sort of a sideways, there could be possibility of some bit of decline towards 335, 330. But if at all you see the levels of 330, that could be a good entry point in terms of fresh entry. And a positional target in this particular counter comes somewhere around 360 to 370. So it's a buy on decline, keeping a stop loss below 320, and positional target is 360 plus.
Okay, got that. Let me also look at some of the other key thought processes there that we are getting from our viewers. Okay, the next question that we have is from Maurya. He says, I want an outlook on SBI cards for the October series. So for the series itself, how would you look at it, Nilesh? SBI cards, any suggestion of reversal of sorts or a momentum that you see on this stock?
First of all, very good shock. If you see this particular space, NBFC, housing finance, in fact, overall financial space, we are expecting an outperformance in the October series. We have seen a very good momentum in the NBFC space, specifically Bajaj Twin, Chola Finance, LTF, which is trading at all-time high. I think SBI card is poised for next leg of up move. For the October series, it appears on a positive side. 865 is a very good support for this particular counter, and 930 to 940 kind of levels can be seen for the October series. So Fresh entry can be initiated somewhere around 900 levels, and if somebody is already holding the long position, can ride this momentum up to 930 to 950.
Okay, let's actually look at some of the other key thoughts there. We have this question now coming in from Ankur Modi. He says, "Hi Sakshi, hope you're doing fine. I'm doing very well, Ankur. Thanks a lot for asking, and I hope the same for you." He wants to know largely on the consumption space. He says both cinema as well as consumption theme have been looking positive. I want to know about two stocks here, PVR from the multiplex space, and also want to know about trend from the retail space over the next 6 months. Any suggestion or thought on that front? How would you look at it, Nilesh?
Well, first of all, trend, this particular counter has gone into extremely oversold territory. We have seen a decline in last couple of months in this particular stock. Also, after this decline, it has reached to its multi-month support zone. So, from a risk and reward perspective, looks attractive because if you see the support which is placed somewhere around 4600, that should be the stop loss. And on the upside, we can expect a gradual up move in next 3-4 months. Quite possible that stock may touch the levels of 5000 plus 5400, 5500 kind of levels can be seen. Now coming to PVR, I know it is moving more sort of a sideways. Last 6-8 months we have seen a gradual up move with more sort of a consolidation now. I would rather wait for a breakout above 1180 that will provide more comfort on the upside, but as of now it's an avoid. And if somebody has already bought it, this particular counter, then keep a stop loss below 1070 and stay put. From a 3 to 4 months perspective, we can expect a gradual up move to continue.
Okay. Let me just take another one. This one is from Vinita Gupta. She says, good afternoon Sakshi, I want to make a fresh entry in AFL and in Hind Copper. Could you please suggest what could be the right levels to accumulate these two stocks? For sure, we'll help you out, Vinita, with Nilesh ji definitely guiding you on the same. AFL is one stock where she wants to make a fresh entry, and also in Hind Copper. Now remember, copper prices have already been trading at multi-year high, and therefore these all copper related stocks have been buoyant as well. What would your thought be here, Nilesh ji?
Absolutely, Sakshi, you rightly pointed out copper prices, where in MCX, if you see copper, which has touched almost 1000 mark, that's the all-time high. So structure-wise, we are expecting further upside to continue in the copper space for 1040, 1050 kind of levels on the upside. So given that kind of structure in copper, Hindustan Copper is also looking strong. Although we have seen a very good momentum in the previous month of September series, and this month, this series has also started on a positive side. But these are not the levels to enter fresh long. Better to buy on decline. If at all you see the levels of 320, 310, that could be a good entry point. Another strategy could be to buy in a multiple tranches. So at in regular interval, you can initiate long position. Positional target for this particular counter comes somewhere around 400 plus. So that's the position target. Stop loss should be placed below 300, and good entry level could be somewhere around 320, 330. Now coming to Apple India, see, we have already seen a decent correction from the highs. After hitting highs near about 2175, 2180, the stock has corrected below 2000 levels now. So these are the good levels to enter in terms of making a fresh entry. The major trend looks strong. Given the structure that we have seen on month basis, we can expect this outperformance to continue in FL, and the stop loss for fresh entry should be placed at 1840.
Okay. Let's take the next one then. We have a lot of questions that are coming in also on our WhatsApp. So let's take some questions from there as well from our viewers who are joining in new. We have this question from Havinder. He says, I want to know, I've recently started to invest and I've started to watch this show also recently. Welcome Havinder, good to see you on the show as a fresh face who's joining in. The questions that you've brought to our focus is, one is prime focus that you have a position in. You bought this stock at 195. The other one that you have investment in is Pesalo, which you said you bought it at 40 levels just yesterday, and you're only looking for a near term target. So which we believe that you are looking for a trading view onto these stocks. Prime focus, we do remember over the last couple of sessions and last few weeks, we've been seeing some momentum there. So maybe looking at that, he entered into this stock, but at bought at 195. It's already come off that peak and it's now at 174. Pesalo he bought yesterday at 40. Today again the stock is lower. Your sense on both these stocks?
Well, Sakshi, the common mistake that people make is buying at the peaks. We have
Yes.
already seen a very strong momentum in P focus all the way from 142, it rallied to 200 level. In between, we saw multiple circuits as well. So usually you see after such sharp run up, the stock usually witness some bit of retracement. That is what currently we are witnessing. Since it has bought it at extremely high level without keeping a stop loss, now you have to keep a very strict stop loss at 168. If it breaks 168, then on the lower side, it might test 150 level as well. So at present level, if at all you see any pullback towards 185, 190, probably at that level you can review again. Or if at all you want to stay put in this long position, keep a stop loss at 168. Now coming to Pesalo, similar kind of spurt we have seen in this particular counter as well. It's not looking that promising from a position perspective compared to P focus. Pesalo is looking slightly on a weaker side. So exit on pullback should be the strategy. If you get the levels of 39, 40 or 41, that could be a good exit point. And if at all you want to stay put, then keep a stick stop loss at 36. Coming to P focus, as mentioned, it is looking comparatively better, but you might have to wait and you might have to give some more time in this particular counter. Quite possible that it may rebound to towards the levels of 195 to 200.
Okay, got that. Let's actually look at taking some other questions also. Okay, we have this question now coming in from one of our other viewers, Hyderabad say. We have Sri Hari Krishna joining in, and he says, "Hi Sakshi, I'm holding Samvardhan Motherson stock in my portfolio from last 1 year. I want to know, should I continue to hold on or should I exit? And if you advise me to exit, any other stock that you would request me to switch to?" Now, tell me, Nilesh ji, Samvardhan Motherson, one of the top favorite stocks of the auto ancillary basket for investors for a long haul, but it has been in a consolidating space for some time now. Your thought?
Well, Motherson, no doubt, it has been consolidation in a consolidation mode since a long time. It has hit a high near about 145, 140 levels, and soon after that we have seen a sharp decline. So in last 1 year we have seen a lot of correction, but at present level, I think the risk and reward is favoring the long position. Since recently we have seen stock has surpassed all key short-term and long-term moving averages. So strength is coming back, but you have to keep a strict stop loss at 102. 102 is a very strong support. That was a breakout zone that we saw recently in the previous month. So keeping that as a stop loss, you can expect stock to move towards 115 to 120 in a very short-term time frame. Maybe quite possible that within October series you might see those levels. But if at all you want to switch on pullbacks, you can shift to the better stocks like Hero Motocorp. You have TVS Motors. So within two-wheeler space, you can focus on all these stocks. We are bullish on auto space from October series point of view.
Okay, let's look at some other questions that are coming in again from our viewers. Okay, we have Satyan writing in. He says, please ask if it is the right time and the right price to add Max Health to my portfolio for the next 12 to 18 months. The stock has been in momentum. Remember, like I marked out in the morning show as well, that's the CGHS changes that are being talked about by the government. The first time, some revamp that's taking place after 2014. This is being seen positively by all the healthcare stocks. That's why you see Max, Fortis, and all the other stocks, Global Health, all of these stocks in focus today. Narayana Hrudalaya, the healthcare index is up by about 0.7%, and you can see it's at the day's high, and therefore the momentum. Nilesh ji, how would you look at Max Health at the current levels? Do you think it will still hold value?
Well, Max Wealth has been in a corrective phase. In last couple of weeks, we have seen a gradual decline in this particular counter. But after this sort of decline, the stock has found a very good support at 1050. So 1050 should be the stop loss first of all for the long position. If somebody is looking to make an investment from next 3 to 4 months perspective, then I think it's a good approach. Keep a stop loss at 1050. On the upside, 1180, 1220. These are the levels one can expect, and gradual up move is something that one can expect going forward.
Okay, fair point. Let's take another one. This one is from one of our viewers. This is Chandra Singh Dodia. He's again our regular viewer, Nilesh ji. He says, good afternoon, Nilesh sir. Please can you suggest to me on Unimec Aerospace? IPO में ये शेयर मुझे अलॉट हुआ था. इसमें शॉर्ट टर्म और लॉन्ग टर्म में क्या सजेशन आपका रहेगा? So since he's talking about the IPO, I don't think there'll be too much of a data for you to track here. Any suggestion, even though still that you would have?
Well, it got listed in the year December 2024. So last 8-9 months data is available with me. And if I look at the overall trend for this particular counter, is looking more sort of a negative. कोई भी पुल बैक इन बिटवीन जो भी हमने देखा है वहां पे फिर से अगेन सेलिंग प्रेशर यहाँ पे हावी होता हुआ नजर आ रहा है तो स्ट्रक्चर इतना प्रॉमिसिंग नहीं है if at all you get any pullback and any decent kind of up move in this particular stock, better to exit because you have better options available. So shift to the better options. In this particular counter, I would advise to exit on pullback. But if at all you want to stay put, then keep a stick stop loss at 900. 900 का stop loss लगाएं अगर आपको होल्ड करना है तो अदरवाइज पुलबैक पर एग्जिट करने की सलाह होगी.
Okay, let's take the next one. This one is coming in from one of our viewers. Okay, Suresh from Pune. He says, Aditya Birla Lifestyle jumped on a big block deal today. How are you looking at the outlook going forward from here? Should I look at this as a profit booking situation or should I continue to hold on? How would you advise on this? Yes, the stock really went up sharply by about 8-9% odd in trade today and then it slipped thereafter. This is Aditya Birla Lifestyle that we are talking about. 7.9% higher, it's still holding at. Nilesh, how would you look at AB Lifestyle at this point?
Well, after looking at today's spurt of over 8%, I think it's not advisable, first of all, to take any trade at current level.
Yeah.
But looking at the recent positive up move, there could be possibility of a follow-up move towards 152 to 155. But in terms of making a fresh entry, the risk and reward is not looking attractive. So it's an avoid taking fresh entry. If somebody is already holding the long position, can keep a trailing stop loss at 142.5 and stay put for the existing long position, but avoid fresh.
Okay. Taking the next one then. This is from Ramesh Gangwani from Delhi. He says, I have 300 shares of Biocon in my portfolio. What should I do? Should I hold or exit? I bought at 350. How would you advise on this one?
See, it is trading near about your buy price at 348 right now. So ideally, breakout or the momentum will come back if it takes out 360 levels on the upside. So I would suggest you better, buy on breakouts above 360. And at present level, if you want to stay put, then keep a trailing stop loss at 340. So 340 should be your stick stop loss. Structure is looking more sort of a sideways. So we are not expecting any short-term momentum in this particular counter, but keep a stop loss and stay put.
Okay, let's take another question. This one is from Umesh from Delhi. He says, good afternoon Sakshi, good afternoon Nilesh ji. I have bought Blue Dart in my portfolio priced at 5,861. I'm only looking at the festive season for another 3 months. Any suggestion that you would have on this one? Well, a large part of the initial move that we, expected on the consumer durables must have already come and got digested. Any sense if one continues to hold on for the next 3 months on Blue Dart, will it make any sense? Because, the price has come down from Umesh's own purchase price of 5,861. What would you say?
Well, Sakshi, if you pull up last 4-year chart or 5-year chart, you can clearly see that stock is still trading at those levels. In between, we did saw some bit of up move towards 9,000 levels, but it has corrected from those levels. It has formed a major top somewhere around 9,000. Double top can be seen. So structure-wise, looking weak. Sell on price kind of structure. If it breaks below 5,500, then it may slide further towards 5,000 as well. So better avoid taking any contra bet. Do not initiate a fresh entry in this particular counter. That's the advice. Unless and until it breaks 6,000 on the upside, then probably there could be possibility of a follow move towards 6,500. But at present, it's an avoid. And if at all you have already bought it, then keep a stop loss at 5,500.
Okay, got that. Let me also look at some of the other key stocks queries that we are getting from our viewers. Mohit from Ludhiana says, I've got JSW Cement in my portfolio at 138. although my time horizon is absolutely long term, 5 years plus, what would you suggest? I have 300 shares of JSW Cement in my portfolio. Should he continue to hold on? Next 5 years is the time frame that he has?
Well, Sakshi, it's a very recent listing got listed in the month of August. So I have
Yeah.
only 1.5 month data, but whatever data is available, JSW Cement, if you look at the cement space as a whole, yes, the aspect from a longer term perspective looks positive. You have better options available within Cement Pack, Ambuja Cement, ACC, even Ultratech Cement. So these are the giant player where you can expect a decent return going forward. As far as JSW Cement is concerned, if you have already bought into this particular counter, then from a support perspective, it has a very strong support at 135. So that should be the stop loss. And 5 year very long time frame, longer term time frame of 5 year, given that kind of horizon. I think you can stay put. It's a very good group company.
Okay, let's take another one. This one is from Santosh. He says, I'm holding Vari Energies, 118 shares at 3,685. Should I hold or sell at the current levels? What would your advice be on Vari Energies, Nilesh?
Right. So Y energy is constantly forming a high and Haberton formation. Structure looks positive. 3180, 3200. That's a very strong support. And if you give some more time, let's say 3 to 6 month kind of time frame, if you are expecting the stock to move towards 3800 to 4000. So that's the kind of potential the stock is holding. Stay put is the advice. Keep a stop loss at 3200. Structure looks strong.
Okay, fair point. Let's take another question. This one is from one of our other viewers who's joining in on our YouTube. Then we have a lot of new, viewers who are joining in. Okay, Tekpal Bhatia says, sir, can you please share a long-term view on Syngene?
Right, Syngene is in fact one of the underperformer, and the counter has witnessed a lot of selling pressure at the high level. So structure wise is not looking that promising, but it has a very strong support, multi-month support, that 600 level. So if you have already bought into this particular stock, then keep a stop loss at 600, and any pullback towards 670, 680, that can be a good opportunity to exit. That's from a short to medium term perspective. But if somebody is looking from a very longer term perspective, then also keep a stop loss and see if at all you see any positive development beyond 700. If it moves, then the scenario will change. As of now, looks sideways to negative.
All right. Okay, Nilesh. Towards the end, any key stock ideas that you'd like to suggest from your own behalf? You know, the Nifty has climbed up above 25,000 once again. What is keeping you busy in terms of stock ideas?
Right, Sakshi. So we are focusing on banking and financial space. We did mention about NBFC space as a whole, that is looking positive, showing good momentum. So you have to be with the momentum. So within NBFC space, Shriram Finance is something that is looking positive for a short-term momentum to continue towards 700 plus. So watch out for that particular counter, keeping a stop loss below 650. Buy and decline should be the strategy. Now coming to private sector bank, Kotak Mahindra bank is something that is looking attractive at current level for 2200 plus kind of target. So keeping a stop loss below 2100, this particular bank can also be bought on declines. Now today we have also recommended Siemens. Siemens is another stock that is showing a strong rebound. So that can be bought for upside target of 3350, 3400 on the upside. One can keep a stop loss below 3160. It's a buy.
Okay, fair point. Let's take another one then. We have this question coming in from Kavita from Jaipur. And let's also welcome, I think Pradeep Haldar is also joining in on the program with us. Hi Pradeep, warm welcome. Good afternoon to you. Good to have you with us. We're just going to be taking some questions along with you as well. Last question, Nilesh, that I'm going to be taking from you is from Kavita from Jaipur, and then we'll come to Pradeep for his own view on the markets. NetWeb Technologies. He wants to know that it has rallied pretty sharply. What would you see? Will the momentum continue, or will one get trapped at these levels? How would you advise?
Sakshi, as we mentioned during the show as well, that people are getting trapped at the peak. So that, one should avoid. So these are not the level where one should take a fresh entry. Although the momentum looks strong, the counter is trading in uncharted territory. It is forming high top and Haberton formation as well. Good volume participation can be seen. There is no doubt that we may see further momentum towards 4400 to 4500 as well. But these are not the level where one should look for fresh entry. The risk and reward is not looking attractive. So buy in a staggered manner if somebody wants to buy this particular stock, multiple tranches, one can buy the stock, keeping a stop loss below 3,700. Looks good from a position perspective.
All right. Okay, Nilesh, thank you so much then for being with us in the show and, of course, for helping out all our viewers with solving their questions. Always a pleasure to host you with us on Daily Calls. Good to have
Thank
you.
you.
Let's go back to Pradeep now and welcome.